Okay, we're just going through an explanation about getting the meridional passage of the Sun. Put here is an extract for April the 10th to the 12th, and we've got the information, MIRPASS for the Sun and the Moon. For practical purposes, the Sun should be on your meridian at 12:01 LMT on the 10th, 11th and 12th. It's far easier to realise that when the Sun, or any other celestial body, is at the meridional passage, then it's got to be bearing north or south of the observer, and it's on the same meridian. The D long between the observer and the body is 0, because it's right bang where we are. Therefore the LHA has to be 0 or 360. Remember, to get the LHA you have to have your GHA and your longitude. Well, we've got our LHA, we've got our longitude, so we can find the GHA of the body. Once we've got that, we can go in the nautical almanac to get the GMT. So what we've written here is that GHA, increments, correct GHA, longitude east or west, LHA. We reverse the process. LHA, longitude east or west, gives us GHA, increments, correct GMT. So that's the, if you like, the way the arrows go, one way or the other. So let's have a look at an example to show you how it works. And just before we do that, as I reiterated here what happens there with the process. So let's have a look at an example, two examples really. So find the GMT of the Sun, of MIRPASS of the Sun, 28th of November 1977, position given there. As longitude is west, use 0 LHA. So therefore our GHA has to be the same as the longitude, 105.30. Go into the almanac on the 28th and we'll find that the nearest GHA to this is 92.53.8. Therefore the remainder, the increments 1231.3, we go into the increments table and it gives us a time of 50 minutes 5 seconds. So our GMT of MIRPASS has to be on the 28th, 18:50:05. Apply the longitude in time, and that gives you the LMT of MIRPASS, 11:48:05. Now the LMT of MIRPASS is always going to be around noon, to local time. So if you get a time a lot different than that for the LMT, then you've done something wrong. In the second example, our longitude is east. So what we have to do now is subtract it from the LHA. So we'd call our LHA 360, take 8710 off it, and that gives us a GHA of 272.50. Same procedure now, go into the almanac and find the hour nearest to 272.50, which is 6 hours. Subtract one from the other to get the increments. Go into the increments table and that will give you the time, 17 minutes 29 seconds. So the GMT will be 6:17:29. Okay, so we got the 6 with the GHA initially, and with the increments we got 17:29. Now let's apply our longitude in time, and we find that the LMT is the 12 hours 06:09 seconds. Again, close to noon. So that's two examples, one where we're west longitude and one where we have an easterly longitude, and that's how we get the GMT of meridional passage, and then of course we can convert that to get our LMT of MIRPASS.